Hello and welcome, and thank you for wanting to learn a little bit more about our Get Noticed one-day branding intensive. So I thought the easiest way for me to be able to explain how the day is going to work and how at the end of the day you're going to have a brand identity that you love, I thought the video or a video was probably the easiest way to do that. So step one is you click on the Book Now button and you find a date that works for you. Now keep in mind that you need to be available during this day to be able to answer questions quickly, make decisions quickly, and be available to work through the process with us. You don't have to be on Zoom. We use Slack, which is a messaging service, and we go back and forth throughout the day, starting at 9 a.m. Eastern, so we can get everything figured out by 9 p.m. Once you booked your day, you're going to automatically be sent our pre-intensive questionnaire. This is going to ask you a lot of questions so we can get to know what your business is about and who it is that your business serves, in order for us to create a brand identity for you that knocks it out of the park. There's a lot of the foundational questions that we need to ask in order to do that for you. We don't just want to create a pretty logo and brand for you that you're going to need to redo in a year from now. We take this very seriously, and we want you to be able to have something that's going to last and stand the test of time. Once you are done and you've completed that pre-intensive questionnaire, you're going to book a pre-intensive discovery call. So it's a 45-minute call where you and I get to discuss the answers that you've provided. I get to go over the inspiration board that you're going to have to create in Pinterest. It's not as much work as it sounds. And we can make sure that our team is on the same page as you, which will allow us to much more easily bring your vision to life come the intensive day. So that's about 45 minutes, and we'll just deep dive into the why, into what you are thinking is the right style for your business, and we can make sure that we are good to go there. That's usually about 3 to 4 days prior to the actual intensive day. Like to give it a little bit of time in case after our conversation anything comes up that you think of. It gives us a bit of time to be able to reflect on that and sort of come up with a game plan based on that. The actual day of the intensive itself, like I said, it starts at 9 a.m. Eastern. So you'll be invited to our Slack channel. You'll be in there with another member of our team who is going to be physically designing the logo, and I myself, Tasha, will be taking on much more of a communication and creative direction role. So between myself and the designer and then yourself, by the end of the day, you will end up with a complete and gorgeous brand identity that fits your business. We start off with our color palette and our mood board and make sure that you feel comfortable and that we're headed in the right direction. From there, we work on your main logos. We provide 6 original concepts to start off with. And once we're able to narrow down the right direction, then we kind of fine tune and hone in from there. Once we've narrowed down your main logo, we will go ahead and create 3 alternative logo options, which is essentially just a redesign of your main logo fitting a slightly different dimension, so that way you have a lot more flexibility when it comes to putting your logo on your marketing material. And then once we have your alternate logo figured out, then we move into your Submark logo, and then we'll also be creating an extra logo that you'll be able to use for your favicon, which is the little icon that you're going to see at the top of the browser to identify your website. So you're going to get your color palette, then we'll work on your logos. And then lastly, we're going to provide you with all of the details of the font selections. So based on the logo fonts, based on what we recommend you use for your headline fonts, your text fonts, everything will be laid out for you. So there will literally be no stress and no other decisions you need to make beyond that intensive day and letting us know what feels right for you and what feels right for your audience. By the end of the day, you'll have that all decided, and it can take a huge weight off your shoulders and also save you so much time when you're now going to need to create your website and your marketing material and your lead magnet and trying to create that beautiful social feed. A lot of those decisions are already going to be made, and it's going to be so much easier on you. At the end of the day, by about 5 o'clock, you will receive a link with your branded style guide, which is a 17-page style guide, which outlines everything we've done throughout the day. So if you are going to a web design team or you're going to a marketing agency, everything they're going to need is going to be in that brand style guide. Next up is you're going to get a Dropbox folder with all of your logos. So you're going to get high res for print, you're going to get low res for web, and you're going to get variations. You're also going to get variations so that if you wanted to put your logo on a dark background, you have that available to you. Lastly, you're also going to get those logos in Canva as well. In case there's ever any color variations you need to add or anything else you need to do, you'll have the ability in Canva to be able to do that. So that makes it so much easier and doesn't require you to be getting in touch with the designer or coming back to us or waiting on us to make any edits for you down the road. If you need it, you do have access to that as well. So I hope that was helpful. Lastly, you actually still have 7 days of post-intensive help on Slack. So if you do have questions, if you've thought about it for a day and you're like, oh, you know what? I actually really wanted this brand color here in the logo instead of that one. We're able to do that for you. If you have questions about how to add a font to your website, how to download a font, how to do anything that has to do with what we've done for you on your intensive day, you'll have 7 days to come back to us with questions via instant message where we can help. That doesn't mean after the 7 days that we completely ignore you and pretend that you don't exist. You can email us anytime after that if you need additional support. So I hope that was helpful in helping you understand how the intensive works, how the day flows, and how that all works so that by the end of the day, you have something that you are so proud of and that you can just move forward with in your business and have there be no more big stress about it. So if you do still have questions, you can go ahead and book a pre-intensive discovery call, which is a 20-minute call where if you have unanswered questions, you can go ahead and ask me face-to-face, or I guess Zoom to Zoom. And if not, if you just want to email back with questions, you can do that as well. But if you are ready to make this happen and you want to pick a date, we usually book about between 2 weeks to a month out. You can please go ahead and select that book now button, and then we can't wait to learn more about your business and help your brand identity come to life.